The top 10 biggest causes of relationship failure. It's reasonable to say that although most relationships begin with the best of intentions, many of them ultimately fail. And the reason for such is that some objects frequently obstruct the path. Thus, pay attention if you find it difficult to maintain connections or if the majority of your relationships end. We'll go through some of the main causes of relationship failure in most cases in this video. I hope it will assist you in staying away from these mistakes in your own life. First, non-acceptance. It's a fact that partnerships are difficult. They demand effort and flexibility. Each of us has unique needs and desires, and these will not always coincide with those of our partners. Acceptance is crucial because it makes you feel safe in your relationship, without making you feel as though you have to alter who you are or your values in order to receive your partner's unconditional love. No matter how minor or seemingly unimportant your differences are, feeling unaccepted for them will breed animosity, which will ultimately ruin the relationship. Secondly, a lack of trust. All relationships are built on trust, but for some reason, trust is frequently disregarded as a necessary component. Gaining someone's trust by demonstrating your dependability is necessary for a healthy connection. They will learn from this that you are trustworthy and won't betray them. And things take time to change like this. Establishing consistency in all facets of your life is the foundation for building trust over time. It conveys to the other person your reliability and support. This is sharing your feelings with each other in an honest and open manner and working together to make decisions rather than controlling or withholding information from one another. Without trust, a relationship will break down like an old brick wall from the inside out. All it takes is one crack for it to completely fall apart. Third, indifference. It's simple to become mired in the minutiae of a relationship and overlook the greater picture. You lose sight of the reasons you fell in love with your spouse, the things that made them unique, and even the depth of your mutual significance. You run the risk of being apathetic toward one another if you don't make constant efforts to improve your connection. This is the point at when your feelings for your partner change. It occurs when you consider them to be no more significant than any other person in your life or when you don't think much about them. Maybe you don't even want to interact with them. This lack of intimacy causes partners to lose trust and respect for one another, which ultimately results in the breakdown of the relationship as a whole. Number 4, ineffective interaction. Communication is one of the most crucial elements of every relationship. Whether you've been dating for a little or have been together for years, it's critical that you express your emotions openly. This will help you both become more trustworthy and understanding of one another, which will enhance your relationship and help you work through any problems that may come up. Sadly, when there is a communication breakdown in a relationship, it becomes difficult for one spouse to understand the other's point of view. And this may result in miscommunications and conflicts, which ultimately lead to the relationship's disintegration. Number 5, issues with money. Since money is a symbol of something that is required for survival, it is frequently a cause of conflict. When managing your finances jointly, you and your spouse must learn to live with each other's imbalances and reach a middle ground where your respective income and spending levels are acceptable to you both. But, you can find yourself in problems later on if you don't know how much money the other person makes, if they're being truthful about their spending habits, or if there are any other money-related issues. Number 6. Problems with compatibility. The ability of the two partners to function as a team is essential for a relationship to prosper. To do this, they must have comparable aspirations and moral principles. A compatible couple shares similar goals, views on money management, and the idea that each member of the partnership has a role both inside and outside the home. They also share similar views on family life, including whether or not to have children. Excessive differences between you and your partner can eventually become points of contention, making it difficult to work through compatibility problems and settle disputes. 7th, disrespect. A relationship that is failing is indicated by contempt. It fosters an atmosphere of animosity and disdain, which breeds mistrust and insecurity. When someone believes their spouse is beneath them or undeserving of their love and affection, it can lead to contempt. It's possible that disdain has seeped into your relationship if you feel better than your spouse since they don't live up to your expectations. It can appear as eye-rolling, name-calling, put-downs, sarcastic remarks, or disparaging the views and thoughts of the other person. Couples who are losing a lot of their enthusiasm for one another can easily fall into this habit because, after all, they won't be feeling particularly romantic toward one another. It's a fact that partnerships require respect in addition to passion. The eighth is aggressive behavior. Any kind of aggression is unacceptable and usually indicates a more serious issue. It means that an honest examination of the factors contributing to the escalation is necessary, and these factors usually include a lack of communication, respect, and self-control. It frequently happens when one person acts out against their spouse by hitting them or verbally assaulting them because they believe they are losing control over the relationship. Aggressive behavior, whether it comes from you or your partner, must be handled right away as it can have far more significant repercussions for all parties. Number 9. Notable age difference. In most cases, dating someone who is significantly younger or older than you won't last very long. And the reason for that is that managing your relationship might be challenging when there is a large age difference. While one spouse may be still figuring out what they want to accomplish with their lives, the other may be in a time of life where they have more responsibilities and frequent changes. Differing maturity levels might further complicate matters. One partner may desire greater autonomy in their relationship, while the other may desire a more serious and committed partnership. If you sense unmet needs or are unable to keep up with your partner, this might result in conflict. Fear of being alone. Number 10. Unhealthy partnerships can result from a dread of being alone oneself. It's easy for your spouse to pick up on the fact that you're in a relationship only out of habit and feel unworthy of them, or that their value as a person depends on your approval. Prioritizing our relationship status over the quality of our relationship itself makes it easier for fear-based behaviors like possessiveness, jealousy, and paranoia to appear. These behaviors not only suggest that something is wrong between two individuals, but they also make it extremely difficult for people to resolve disputes through productive communication. This ultimately fuels animosity inside the partnership, which may result in other issues later on. And that's it, my friend. These are a few of the main causes of failed partnerships. It can be extremely upsetting to be the victim of one of these factors. The good news is that you may be able to get things back on track if you work on improving both yourself and your relationship and address the underlying source of the problem. The most crucial thing to keep in mind is that equal effort from both partners is necessary for a relationship to last. Please like and share this video with your friends if you liked it so that we can continue to make more like it. Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to watch our other videos as well. Thank you for viewing.